Over 100 feet below the crushing currents of the Columbia River, time stands still. Waiting down there in that cold, wild deep is a biological machine, a creature that completely ignored the dinosaur extinction and survived to this day. The sturgeon. These things are the ultimate survivors, capable of outliving a century. This prehistoric fish doesn't have a normal skeleton. Instead, its whole body moves on a rugged frame of pure cartilage, protected by rows of bony armor plating sharp as knives. To hunt in the pitch black, their snouts are packed with ultra-sensitive electromagnetic receptors, scanning the riverbed like a ruthless mine detector. A 100 feet down in the murky riverbed, time basically stands still. This is the cold, wild white water of the Columbia River. And today, the crew is hunting a living dinosaur.
Seen him yet?
No, not even.
When a monster hits out here, you don't get some crazy topwater explosion. It just like drops a 1,000-pound hammer straight to the bottom.
Nicely done, buddy.
Pretty quick on those. Meow!
No.
Missed him?
Make sure you record the line a little bit too.
We're on,
because
boys.
it might jump.
The heavy-duty rod is bent into a violent semicircle.
Here it is.
There he is.
Oh, it's not that big.
That's decent.
Not as big as mine.
Get up there, boy.
The hunter locks the rod butt into his fighting belt, throwing his entire body weight into prying this beast up.
Water shot.
The battle only ends when the surface finally shatters. And a prehistoric tank rises up, surrendering to the daily.
Hey, buddy.
See if you'll go forward. No, he's swimming.
Swim.
There he goes.
Swim, mate. Swim. Okay, yeah. On the nose.
So once you pull an armored giant out of the river, how do you even begin to break it down?
It's my friend Charlie. He's whittling away this morning, and you start by cutting off the top scoots.
First, have to break through that exterior. Then, the steel finally meets the skin. One clean slice, direct, ripping right through its defense.
They're just like little speed bumps for you.
The outer shell gives way, revealing a solid block of pristine white meat. No annoying pin bones here, just a rock-solid skeleton of pure cartilage.
And repeating the process on the other side.
Zero waste philosophy in action. The skin, the cartilage, the meat, every single piece has a purpose. But even this level of perfection is only the beginning.
It's very important on sturgeon. So as you can see,
world-class ingredients don't need fancy cover-ups. All it takes is a smoking hot cast iron skillet. Fresh butter, garlic, and dill hit the pan. The butter foams and crackles as it's continuously spooned over the top, keeping the meat perfectly medium rare and incredibly juicy. Served over a vibrant carrot dill sauce and homemade buttermilk. No gimmicks, just pure, quiet technique, putting the ingredient dead center. Before any fish ever reaches a plate like this, it all begins with steel on bone. And few fish break down cleaner, or more beautifully, than the pompano. The blade drives straight through meat, skin, and bone. Thick, perfectly uniform bone-in steaks, the skin, flesh, and marrow, locked together, completely intact. Out here, there's no room for delicate slicing, just pure weight, heavy downward force, and ruthless precision. The flesh stays tight and firm around the central bone. That's where the rich flavor is locked up, ready to release its deep essence straight into the dish. When an ingredient has this much natural, rich fat, high heat is the only thing you need. The pompano gets seasoned with salt, Maggi, and a pinch of ginger powder, then flashes in scorching hot palm oil until the crust turns golden and intensely fragrant. Onions, tomatoes, and chili peppers simmer down into a thick, deeply red stew with a smooth, warming heat. Then, the fish goes back into the pot, soaking up every layer of spice. Just a few minutes over a low simmer, and the meat is tender, buttery, and packed with West African flavor. Rustic, intense, and captivating right down to the last spoonful. The Amazon River. Would you believe a giant fish could actually drown without air? Meet the arapaima, Earth's largest freshwater monster, 10 feet long, over 400 pounds. In the dry season, trapped in shrinking lagoons, they must surface every 15 minutes for oxygen. And that is when the hunters strike. With bulletproof scales evolved to withstand killer piranhas, catching them is pure warfare. Dare to face this armored beast from a flimsy canoe? It takes 3 men just to wrestle one inside. To catch it, ancient tribes used a coordinated fishing technique, listening for the fish's rumbling, breathing, then quickly seizing it against its tremendous, struggling power. This sparked a brutal 19th century arapaima gold rush. Western explorers hunted them relentlessly, staining the Amazon red and driving this prehistoric creature to the brink of extinction. Preservation or elimination? What would you choose?
Okay. How much does it weigh?
Today, it's a breathtaking survival ritual, one where a single 1,000-pound tail whip can shatter your boat and instantly turn the hunter into the hunted.
Show the tail. Tail very right.
Over 200 pounds. Oh!
Strip away scales as hard as iron armor, then skillfully glide the blade along the spine. Meat, famously crowned as the cod of the Amazon. Then the river monster meets the fire, 400 pounds of prehistoric muscle carved into glowing white flesh. One half becomes ceviche, lime, chili, garlic, and herbs soaking into the meat until the Amazon itself seems trapped inside every bite. Cold, sharp, wild. The rest simmers slowly in coconut milk and rich broth brewed from the creature's own bones. Giant flakes collapse apart like butter under heat. Sweet, smoky, impossible for something that once looked like a dinosaur. Just before sunrise, the reef begins to echo with a strange sound. The humphead parrotfish moves through the reef like a living bulldozer. Over 100 pounds of muscle, armed with a giant beak made from fused teeth strong enough to crack living coral apart bite by bite. But here's the strange part. This reef destroyer is also one of the reef's protectors. Every year, a single giant parrotfish can grind tons of coral into fine white sand while clearing algae that would otherwise suffocate the reef. And catching one is brutal. One diver, one breath, one spear gun. The moment the spear lands, the ocean explodes. The giant surges through coral with enough force to shred lines against the reef while the diver fights to hold on beneath the waves. For a few terrifying seconds, it stops feeling like fishing. It feels like wrestling a living wrecking ball underwater. So what is the humphead parrotfish really? A reef destroyer? Or the only thing keeping the reef alive? A steel cable was stretched to its limit. No one said a word. Because beneath, whatever was pulling against it was powerful enough to capsize the entire boat. The Mekong giant catfish, the largest freshwater fish ever recorded. One historic catch weighed 646 pounds, as heavy as a grizzly bear. But the strangest part? This river monster has no teeth, no fangs, no killer instinct. Despite its enormous size, it survives almost entirely on algae and river plants.
อันนี้ลูกได้แล้วเชียดมาได้ตัวเล็กไหมใหญ่อันนี้ใหญ่นะใหญ่นี่ใหญ่นี่ถ่ายรูปได้เลย
In Thailand and Laos, fishermen once believed it was a sacred river spirit. Before hunting one, they built altars and prayed for permission from the river itself. Then came dams, overfishing, industrial collapse. 95% of the population vanished. Today, the Mekong giant catfish is so rare that catching one illegally can lead to huge fines, even prison. So when a shadow the size of a motorcycle suddenly glides beneath the muddy water, nobody cheers. Because that's no longer just a fish. It's one of the last ghosts of the Mekong River,